Com'è nata la storia di questo film? How did the story, the plot of the movie, I don't know, how did you get the idea?
I kind of started with the idea of a relationship that won't work, that doesn't work, but the people in the relationship, they can't let go, they can't break up. So I kind of started with this situation and this kind of emotion where you love somebody but it's not working, but you can't walk away. So this was the beginning of the idea, was to kind of show this relationship and show this kind of situation. And then out of that I developed the characters and the story and the things that happen around it to show this situation.
La storia è iniziata con il voler mostrare due persone che si amano anche se non riescono più a stare insieme, quindi di fatto non riescono a lasciarsi perché provano ancora qualcosa e non riescono a separarsi per abitudine, però capiscono che la loro storia è arrivata al capolinea e da lì la storia va avanti, si sono sviluppati i personaggi e gli episodi del film e la location eccetera, quindi il punto di partenza è stata una storia che è arrivata al capolinea ma con due persone che non riescono a separarsi. E come hai fatto a trovare le attrici e gli attori? How did you find the actresses and the actors?
We had some problems with casting in the beginning. We started with some people and then very close to when we were shooting, the cast had to change because of, it's a long story. But I found Kat, who's the ginger hair, the red hair. I found her, it's very strange, I met her in a yard sale. It was a woman, a friend of my girlfriend, her father died and she was selling all of her father's possessions in the house, and she invited lots of people to come to the house and look to buy her father's things, and I saw Kat, and it was the same weekend that I had lost the other actress, and I was like, oh my god, she could be Liza. So I kind of walked to her and was like, hey, are you an actor, do you want to be in a movie? So it was really strange. It was this kind of story that people talk about, oh yeah, you met, you know, in this strange coincidence way, but we did meet like that. Sophie, the girl with the black hair, we found her, we were just looking online, and she went to theatre school, I think for 1 year, but I might be wrong, but she had never been in a film. She had been in one short film, and we're looking online for girls of this age who wanted to be actors, and just looking, like Matteo, my producer, staying awake all night just looking hundreds and hundreds of girls online. Don't ask why. And then Vin, the Vietnamese guy, he's an old friend of mine, and he has never acted before, but he agreed to be in the film because he's my friend. And I couldn't find somebody, I auditioned people for that part, but it was really hard to get what I wanted, and so I like him. And then the other guy is the American guy, Colin. He plays Jamie. He is a boyfriend of a friend of mine. So, and he had never acted, but he's a musician, and he's also a kind of a performer. Like, he does this kind of standing on stage alone, performing kind of monologues. So, but he had never been in a film. So for all of them, it's their first film. So it's really incredible, the main four. And then the secondary characters were mostly friends or friends of friends, but we auditioned everybody, and they were people that they haven't had a lot of experience, but they wanted to be in a film, they wanted to act, so that's why we chose.
Per quanto riguarda il personaggio di Liza, è stato un po' particolare perché abbiamo dovuto cambiare il cast quasi un paio di giorni prima di girare, e per caso teneva una sorta di asta a casa sua perché aveva appena perso suo padre, e quindi io con la mia compagna siamo andate, e come ho visto quella ragazza ho pensato lei è perfetta per quel ruolo, così le ho chiesto se voleva far parte del progetto.
She's a musician in real life as well. Kat, who plays Liza, in real life she's in a band. She was in a band with her girlfriend in real life, so it was quite good as well.
e sta aggiungendo appunto che Kat, il personaggio di Liza,
she doesn't play bass,
guitar,
like in the film she plays trumpet, like
yes, yes. È anche una musicista, una trombettista, quindi era perfetta anche proprio per la parte che fa nel film. Per quanto riguarda invece il personaggio di Sally, che è interpretato da Sofia, ha cercato lei con lo staff online per sere, notti e giorni una ragazza che potesse andare bene, alla fine l'ha trovata. E per quanto riguarda il ragazzo che interpreta Vin, è un amico che non aveva mai recitato prima, gli ha chiesto di farlo e quindi lui ha accettato, mentre Jamie, che è interpretato da Colin, è un musicista, un monologhista e quindi è abituato al palcoscenico e pertanto ha accettato di entrare nel film, anche se è il compagno di un amico e quindi sono tutti conoscenti o amici di amici in sostanza che non hanno mai recitato in un film prima e sono alla loro prima esperienza.
The thing with all the actors is that everybody really believed in the story and they really believed in their characters, and they kind of, so in a way that was as valuable for me as if they had more experience. It was valuable for me that they understood the story and they understood the people that they were playing, and we kind of created this kind of world together. So.
Quello che a lei importava, quello che mi importava di più era riuscire a trovare delle persone che credessero nei personaggi, che si riuscissero a interpretarli, e quindi era più importante del fatto che fossero degli attori o delle attrici professionisti, e perciò si è creata quell'atmosfera che poi dopo si vede nel film. Londra, l'Inghilterra, com'è il clima riguardo all'omosessualità? So che c'è molta più emancipazione rispetto all'Italia. About London and Great Britain, how do people react about homosexuality? I think that you are a lot of more emancipated than us, I think.
Do you mean in cinema or in life? In what way?
Both, I think.
I can't really compare it to Italy because I don't really know the gay scene in Italy, but I don't know. I mean, I think in British cinema there's not a lot of lesbian and gay characters really. Maybe the best friend of somebody is gay, but you never really see their relationship. So I still feel that in British feature films that come into the cinema in England, there's very few gay relationships showing on the screen, you know. So I think we do have a gay scene. We have gay magazines and, you know, gay bookshop, Diva, and get gay bars, you know, lesbian bars, parties. We have all of this, but I think it's quite underground in a way. I think in terms of cinema, it's not really, you don't really see our world on film. I don't really see it. I don't know, maybe I've...
Sugar Rush.
Oh yeah, the TV show, yeah. But the thing, yeah, no, it's interesting, but I think that's a good example because, in a way, that's kind of a straight person's. It's not made by lesbians, that TV show, you know. And I think we're still at the stage where we need to tell our own stories as well. So I think it's great that straight filmmakers want to make gay and lesbian stories, but I think we need to have our own voice and to show our own world in our own kind of platform, like a film festival like this. You know, we can bring our films and be seen by our people, kind of thing. But obviously, everybody's dream is to transcend this label. You know, I mean, I'm not ashamed of being a lesbian, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life being called a lesbian filmmaker. I hope one day to make films that everybody would watch, you know. So we had we screened Break My Fall in a straight film festival in London, which was really great because all these kind of alternative kind of music people came, and, you know, a lot of boys and a lot of straight kind of alternative people, and they really loved the film, and it was really good for us, I think, to see it's not only lesbians that can watch this film, everybody can understand this situation and these emotions. And yeah, sorry, that was really long.
I try. Per quanto riguarda il cinema, purtroppo ancora la visibilità è poca e ci sono pochi film che abbiano come protagonista una storia omosessuale, e ancora più problematica è la questione dell'essere, diciamo, etichettati come registi o attori omosessuali e non semplicemente come attori o registi. Infatti il sogno di ognuno è arrivare a essere semplicemente chiamato regista e non passare la propria vita a essere un regista di film omosessuali, per esempio. Infatti facendo l'esempio di Sugar Rush, che è realizzata, una serie televisiva lesbica realizzata invece da registi, produttori eterosessuali, è un ottimo esempio, perché si vede che anche la comunità eterosessuale può interessarsi al nostro stile di vita, che non ha niente di male. Però ad ogni modo ci sono i locali, ci sono le riviste, di sicuro c'è molta più emancipazione. Il film è stato presentato anche a un festival eterosessuale e è stato accolto anche da un pubblico, quindi anche se un po' più ristretto e alternativo, però comunque eterosessuale, e perciò va molto bene. Per quanto riguarda la distribuzione, in Inghilterra se c'è già qualcosa in ballo, e anche all'estero. Are you thinking about how this movie will be distributed in England and also abroad?
We have a distributor in England called Peccadillo Pictures, and it will come in the cinema in July the 22nd. And then it will come in the cinema in London, then it will tour the UK in different cinemas in England, and then it will come in DVD in September. We had... Do you want to translate that?
In Inghilterra abbiamo già un canale distributivo e il film uscirà nei cinema il 22 luglio, mentre sarà in DVD a settembre. Nel mentre farà il giro dei cinema di tutta la Gran Bretagna.
We have in Germany... Profun, they released the film in the cinema in April in cinemas in Germany, and they do the DVD release in September. We have in Italy Atlantide, and then in France we have Optimale.
In Germania anche abbiamo un canale distributivo che ha fatto uscire il film ad aprile e il DVD sempre a settembre. In Italia sarà distribuito da Atlantide. Soltanto in DVD e VOD. E lo stesso tipo di canale distributivo anche in Francia.
I think the 4 distributors that we've signed with so far, they're all queer film, but what is kind of exciting is once a film's in the cinema, you don't have gay cinemas and straight cinemas the way you have a gay film festival and straight film festival. So anybody can go and see it, and when it's on DVD it will be in the shop, it'll be on Amazon, and then anyone can buy it. So it's really good because it will open up, it will stop just being a little gay film. So
La cosa più emozionante è che sebbene il film adesso sia stato acquistato da produttori, da distributori queer, nel momento in cui andrà nei cinema sarà alla portata di tutti, perché non c'è una divisione tra cinema omosessuali e cinema eterosessuali, così come per i DVD, che sarà su Amazon oppure comunque nelle librerie e nei negozi, e sarà per tutti, perciò uscirà dall'armadio, uscirà dalla nicchia.
We also, in Cannes, in the film festival recently, we signed to international sales agent. He's based in Paris, Matteo Lovedina, he's Italian. And his company, Real Suspects, they're not a gay company, so this is really good for us because he will market. Obviously, we will sign with gay companies, but also our film is kind of an art house film. So, do you have that expression in Italy, like a kind of non-mainstream kind of art film? Okay, I don't know, but so it's good for us to sign with his company because he can help to make it reach the kind of art audience, not just the lesbian audience who may be expecting something more kind of light and fun. So.
A Cannes abbiamo firmato con un distributore di origine italiana che però vive a Parigi e quindi ci permetterà di arrivare anche a un cinema che non è esattamente mainstream ma è un po' più raffinato, sebbene di nicchia, e quindi comunque sarà un'ulteriore porta aperta per il film. Come è stato accolto il film in Inghilterra? How did people react to the movie in England?
Okay, we showed, so far we've had 2 screenings in the London Lesbian and Gay Film Festival, and we had 1 screening in the East End Film Festival, which is a kind of a London film festival. I'd say most of the reaction really positive, really good, really kind of people really excited and something different, something new. People love the music because this is a kind of all of the bands except 2 are based in London. It's a London music kind of thing, and people love to see our streets and our kind of accent, and just to kind of see yourselves and your world on the screen was mostly really positive. I think if I had any negative, shall I let you translate?
Le reazioni sono state molto positive, abbiamo avuto 3 proiezioni in tutto ai festival fino adesso e le reazioni sono state molto buone, le persone erano molto emozionate all'idea di vedere se stessi rappresentati, le proprie strade, il proprio modo di parlare, e hanno reagito bene anche alla musica, probabilmente perché le band che hanno fatto la colonna sonora sono quasi tutte, a parte una, londinesi.
I think the only negative feedback that I've had is in the Lesbian and Gay Film Festival, some women afterwards, maybe 2 or 3, came and were like, oh, you made this really sad film, you made this really depressing film, why did you do that? Now everybody's going to think that lesbians are really depressing. And I was like, look, I'm not responsible for making a film about every lesbian. This is just one story that I wanted to tell. But because there's so few films with so few British lesbian films, people feel kind of, they come to the cinema and they have all this hope and they want to see, yeah, they want to see, and I can understand that. I can understand it, but it's not my responsibility, and that's been a bit kind of strange, because I think if I was a straight man and I made a film, the same film about a boy and a girl, people wouldn't come and go, why did you make this depressing film? They would just go tomorrow and watch a happy film, and the next day watch a detective film, and the next day watch, an animation. But it's because there's no other films. Everybody wants everything from me, and I can't give them that. But I would say mostly really positive, surprisingly positive actually, and people were really kind of impressed. Most feedback that we've heard as a team, obviously maybe somebody's not going to come to me and go, I hated your film, but I've heard from other people and seen people writing on the internet and stuff, and I would say mostly really positive, yeah.
L'unica reazione negativa l'ho avuta al Gay and Lesbian Film Festival, perché un gruppo di ragazze sono venute da me dicendomi: come mai hai fatto questo film così triste, così negativo, una storia così negativa sulle lesbiche, adesso tutti penseranno che il nostro mondo è così, invece non lo è, quindi come mai? È una responsabilità che non mi compete, dipende semplicemente dal fatto che purtroppo non c'è alternativa per quanto riguarda i film eterosessuali. Un giorno si può vedere un film diciamo con un lieto fine, il giorno dopo un film più negativo, il giorno dopo ancora un cartone animato, ma noi abbiamo quasi una responsabilità di fare storie belle, perché la gente va al cinema, vede solo quelle e vuole vivere di speranza, però purtroppo le attese non spetta a me rispettarle sempre, però in generale le reazioni sono state molto, molto buone e questo ci rasserena molto.
I think with some lesbians, they felt this is the kind of story they don't want to show about lesbian relationships, and they feel kind of ashamed, because we have spent our lives as children growing up and being different and being the one that was never cool and the one that was different from the other children, and we grow up and we want to be cool and popular and important and successful and all these things, and when you see a film with these two girls, they're not really very nice and they're hurting each other and they're crying and shouting, and I think it's difficult because people feel like, I don't want the world to see this, I want everybody to, you know, they feel kind of ashamed or kind of, but I still felt it was really important that I didn't censor myself creatively to kind of feed this audience, because otherwise our art is never going to progress. It's always going to be just standing a camera and putting a lesbian life in front of it and saying, hey, look at the lesbians. And I wanted to make a cinematic experience, not a kind of document of lesbian life, you know.
Probabilmente molte si sono sentite quasi vergognate perché ho portato sullo schermo un aspetto della vita lesbica che forse molte non volevano vedere, l'aspetto del non essere più così alla moda, così poco diversi dagli altri, insomma molto diversi dagli altri, quindi avrebbero preferito una storia diversa, però io penso che perché l'arte progredisca e il cinema vada avanti non si debbano fare soltanto film in cui si vedono solo storie positive, ma anche quello che è la realtà più o meno di tutti i giorni, ma comunque aspetti buoni e meno buoni del nostro mondo, è giusto così. Se hai in mente progetti futuri, do you have in mind any more projects or movies? I don't know.
I'm working on a script now in a kind of development program in London, which is a kind of crazy mother-daughter story, and it's set in a seaside town in England, and it's a very different film because it's quite funny and quite kind of crazy, whereas Break My Fall is quite sad and quite heavy, so I'm quite enjoying that, yeah.
Sto lavorando alla sceneggiatura di un programma sul rapporto madre-figlia che è molto diverso rispetto a Break My Fall, perché il primo è questo è molto più pesante, mentre il nuovo progetto è più leggero, più divertente e più, diciamo, scatenato, mentre l'altro rimane più sulla tristezza.
I also make music. Some of the songs in the film were my songs, so I hope I'm going to find the time to finish some more songs.
Io scrivo anche canzoni, sono anche un musicista, infatti alcune canzoni del film sono mie e spero di avere il tempo di andare avanti anche sotto questo punto di vista.
I say thank you for interviewing me, Gaia. It was very nice to meet you, and I'm really enjoying the festival in Milan. I'm really enjoying the DJs are really good, and yeah, it's really fun being here, so thank you.
Mi sto divertendo molto, vi ringrazio per l'intervista, mi sto divertendo molto anche al festival, i DJ fuori sono molto bravi ed è un'esperienza molto, molto bella.